And speaking of not knowing what the future will bring, let's talk about the 2025 Lucid Gravity. This is a pivotal new model for Lucid Motors. Of course, they're a very high-end American startup. It's the company's first foray into the luxury electric SUV space. And, of course, that's an important space because SUVs are where the luxury market is. I mean, luxury sedans are not all that popular these days. Lucid has a great luxury sedan in the Air sedan, and very, very cool. One of the coolest vehicles I've driven even recently in the last several years, but there's not just that big market there. In the Gravity, they want to fuse the high-end performance, passenger comfort, and everyday practicality of that vehicle into this new three-row SUV, and it has aerodynamic styling, a three-row layout that's actually a pretty good three-row, and just a potent electric powertrain. So all of that stuff is good. But in some ways, as I will elucidate in this review, having just come off the Lucid Motors event that introduced this, there's some signs of this still being a work in progress. And I'm not sure everybody wants to buy a work in progress. I think maybe you own one or are leasing one right now in your own household, Chris, from another manufacturer, much more major than Lucid. But Lucid's going to offer the Gravity in two trims, Touring and Grand Touring. The base model is expected to start around $80,000. I was driving a Grand Touring trim, and the sticker that they gave us was $127,150 with the option packages. So not an inconsiderable sum, three-row. You kind of winced. You can't see that on the radio, but tell me about your initial reaction to all this.
Yeah, I hope that they're able to get the more affordable models to market quicker than they did with the Air sedan. And I realized that they were a brand new business at that point in time. But $127,000, $130,000 car. I mean, come on. I mean, we need something a little bit better than that. I realize that these are super high-end vehicles, but it's hard to get excited about that, despite what will probably be a very nice vehicle with excellent performance.
Yeah, I mean, it is all of that. Yeah, you kind of summed it up. I mean, this is a nice, fairly compact vehicle for a three-row, and yet the interior space is really good. And the three-row seating positions, it's basically two up front, a bench seat for three, and then two in the back, which I think is a pretty good configuration, except you don't have a pass-through to get in there, and you don't separate your kids necessarily in the three-row second row, but it's a nice thing. It folds flat to the second row, and the third row is very usable, so I like that. It also has a big front trunk, 8.1 cubic feet, and you can also sit in it. You can sit in it with kind of the hood over you, so I guess if it's raining, you can watch that soccer game, and it'll be swell for you there. It'll be maybe an upscale suburban soccer game going on. Let's talk about power here, because it's stupendous. 828 horsepower, 909 pound-feet of torque. This thing can go from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. At least that's what Lucid claims. So that's super fast. And then it has all kinds of high-zoot stuff like air suspension, adjustable ride height. It has four-wheel steering. I mean, kind of loaded for bear all the way around. It weighs over 6,000 pounds, but you wouldn't know it actually from the driving demeanor of this vehicle. It drives very, very nicely, and a lot like a sports sedan. And then they hinted at stuff. They gave us a chance to drive one of these vehicles with their terrain mode, although it wasn't really installed in the test car we had. It was installed in a kind of prototype vehicle that we got to drive on a kind of rudimentary off-road course, kind of flat and kind of not very challenging. Of course, you're driving on summer tires on this thing, so kind of crazy. But it was interesting to me how much this seemed to be, as I say, a work in progress, Chris.
That's interesting because, we've been talking about the Gravity for at least 3 years now. I think it's been a while since we first heard about this.
It was introduced at the LA show in 2023.
Oh, yeah. So this is the third year. But, I mean, So your view is that the test vehicle or the prototype were the work in progress? I guess I'm not.
All of it.
All of it.
The
Wow.
test vehicle
Yeah,
was
that is
definitely a
surprising.
work in progress. Let me dive into that. I mean, it has very cool ability to charge, 437 miles of range. But let me talk about the work in progress stuff, because Apple CarPlay was supposed to be in this vehicle. I mean, that was a big shortfall with Lucid Motors and I think Rivian and some others
Yeah.
that didn't have Apple CarPlay. But it was not installed in the test car and not functional. They say it's coming. The navigation system just kind of quit working every now and then, especially when you got an incoming phone call, things like that. And I think
Wow.
it had a difficulty when you were out of cell range, which shouldn't happen really in a dedicated navigation system. And then the Dream Drive 2 driver assistance system, which promises to be really, really cool. I mean, they have, I think, 12 cameras, a couple radars, a LiDAR, all kinds of stuff. That wasn't installed either, and you couldn't test that. So, a lot of difficulty with things being based in the touchscreen. For example, to open the glove box, you have to go into a menu and then find another menu and then push a button. So that's frustrating. This is such a cool vehicle. I just wish it was 100% operational and ready to go, but it just doesn't seem to be at this point.
You think they'll get there before the release date?
I'm hoping so. I mean, they've already sold some. They're going to sell some more. So, they promise a lot of stuff with over-the-air updates, but, I really do like this vehicle. I think it's an advance in so many ways, and yet there's some things that lead me to go, well, I've got to step back a little bit and not really recommend this until, more of this stuff is sorted out. I think that's only fair. Well, when we come back, we will have Melvin Bautista. He's a product planner at Hyundai. He's an expert on the all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SUV that was introduced at the New York show. So stay with us for that, and we'll be right back right here on America on the Road.